This video is for all Prep 3 students. I want all of you to open the close-up books to page number 99. Page number 99. Exercise A. Let's begin. This exercise is concerning the grammar lesson of this unit. It's concerning the conditionals. Look at these conditional sentences and underline the tense used. Sentence number 1. If we all drove electric cars, there would be less pollution. Here let's see the rule. If plus past simple, the other sentence would plus infinitive, and we call this the second conditional. Right. Sentence number 2. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. If you heat water, it boils. Here we have if plus, yes, who can say? If plus present simple, and the other sentence is also present simple. So, if present simple, and we call this zero conditional. Now let's move to sentence number 3. If the Chernobyl reactor hadn't exploded, thousands of people wouldn't have become so ill. Look at the tense here. If plus past perfect, the other sentence would have plus past participle, and we call this the third conditional. Now let's move to sentence number 4. If we cut down more forests, we will destroy more natural habitats. Here we have if plus present simple, the other sentence future with will, and we call this the first conditional. This was exercise A. Now let's move together to the next exercise. Match each sentence 1 to 4 with the type of conditional expressed A to D. Sentence number 1. If we all drove electric cars, there would be less pollution. See the rule here? If plus past simple, the other sentence would plus infinitive. What do we call this rule? Yes, you are right. It's the second conditional. What is the importance of the second conditional? Why do we need to use it? We use it for something that is unlikely to happen in the present. Something that is unlikely to happen in the present or even in the future. And this is called the second conditional. And your answer is correct. If you heat water, it boils. If you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. So, present simple, and we call this the zero conditional, and we use it for facts. We use it for facts or general truth. Sentence number 3. If the Chernobyl reactor hadn't exploded, when we see the past perfect and the other sentence would have plus past participle, we call this the third conditional, and we use it to speak about the past or hypothetical event or situation in the past. Number 4. If we cut down more forests, we will destroy more natural habitat. If present simple, will infinitive, and this is of course the first conditional. The first conditional is something that is likely to happen in the present or in the future. Likely to happen in the present or in the future, and this is the first conditional. Now let's try together to answer exercise C. Move to exercise C. Circle the correct answer. I want all of you to take part. If the species hadn't adapted to life on Earth, it wouldn't have survived. If the species didn't or hadn't, I don't know, it wouldn't have survived. I want you to look at this part. Wouldn't have survived. It's would have plus past participle. So this is the third conditional. So the missing part must be hadn't adapted. I want all of you to underline it. Sentence number 2. If you buy or bought recycled paper, you will save trees. Who can answer? Look at the second part. Will plus infinitive. So this is the first conditional, and the correct answer must be present simple, and of course the answer is boy. Sentence number 3. There will be more floods if rain fall. Look here. Will be. So it's something similar to the previous one. Will plus infinitive, and this must be the first conditional, and the second part or the part after if must be present simple, increased or increase. Of course, it's increases. If we consumed fewer fossil fuels, if consumed, this is past simple, and if we have if plus past simple, the other sentence may be would plus infinitive. And I want all of you to know that we can replace would with could. So here the correct answer must be could lead. Don't you know that when water space, it turns into ice? First of all, I want you to know we can cancel if and write when instead of if with zero conditional. So don't you know that when water freezes, it turns into ice? Sentence number 6. I'm sure I would be happier. I would be happier, would plus infinitive. So if here must be followed by past simple. And here the past simple, of course, lived. They couldn't have survived. Couldn't have survived. Could instead of would. They couldn't have survived if they. This sentence is in the third conditional, and the correct answer must be past perfect, and the past perfect, of course, had stayed. Sentence number 8. If we reduce greenhouse gas emissions, if we reduce, this is present simple, and the other sentence must be will plus infinitive. The correct answer, will improve. Okay, now let's move to the next exercise. Exercise D. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb in brackets. Why did we stay at a fancy hotel? Why did we stay at a fancy hotel? We space help environment if we an eco hotel. If you look at this sentence, you will find why did we stay. This sentence expresses the past, and because it is speaking about the past, we need to use the third conditional. So we need to say we would have helped. We can also say could. We would have helped the environment if we had poked into. Now let's move to sentence number 2. Wow, this is a great hybrid car. Of course, you know this word. Hybrid car is a kind of car that uses two kinds of energy to work. Wow, this is a great hybrid car. I space it if I the money, but I can't afford it. Here it's an imaginary situation in the present. Imaginary situation in the present needs a sentence in the second conditional. So the correct answer will be I would buy it if I. Who can answer? Yes, that's right. If I had the money. Sentence number 3. You need to learn that if you space glass, paper, and aluminum, you space save energy. Here this sentence needs to be in which case I want some students to answer. Yes, you are right. If you recycle glass, you can save or will save, both are correct, energy, and this sentence is in the first conditional. What do they teach you at school? Don't you know that if a flame comes in contact with natural gas, it causes? Who can tell me the rule here? If, present simple, and this sentence is zero conditional. There is nothing to do indoors. If the weather so hot and humid. Let's answer. There is nothing to do indoors. We would go out if the weather weren't so hot. We can also say wasn't. Sentence number 6. I want all of you to write the answers in your books. What 2 hour way fly when all the fossil fuels space. Of course, this is imaginary situation, and we need in the future, and we need to use the first conditional. What will happen? What will happen to our way of life when all the fossil fuels run out? This is a probable situation that can happen in the future, and for this we need to use the first conditional. Now let's move to the next exercise, E. Rewrite. This is an important exercise. I want all of you to pay attention. We didn't see the sign and we entered the restricted area. Look at the sentence carefully. It expresses the past. And I want some of you to tell me which rule is suitable for the past. Yes, you are right. It's the third conditional. So the correct answer, we wouldn't have entered the restricted area if we had seen the sign. I'm going to give you a chance to write the answer once more. We wouldn't have entered the restricted area if we had seen the sign. Can you lend me your car? I can return it on Tuesday. Who can answer the sentence? I want all of you to think of the answer. Yes, let's check our answers. If you lend me your car, I will return it on Tuesday. If you lend me, this is the first conditional. If you lend me your car, I will return it on Tuesday. Sentence number 3. Ian, this is the name of a person. Ian wants to invent a new form of fuel and becomes a billionaire. Of course, this is imagination. And we need to use the second conditional. Ian would become a billionaire if he invented a new form of fuel. Write the answer in your box. Sam can't eat shellfish because he gets a nasty rash. Rash is a kind of disease that makes your skin red. You know that? This is called rash. Sam can't eat shellfish because he gets a nasty rash. You will discover that this is something that usually happens. When he eats this, he gets this. So the answer must be zero conditional, and as I told you before, we can use when instead of if, and the answer will be when Sam eats shellfish, he gets a nasty rash. The last sentence for today. Why doesn't the mayor do more to reduce traffic in the city center? If I were the mayor, and this is an imaginary situation, I'm not the mayor. If I were the mayor, I would do more to reduce traffic in the city center. That was all for our video for today. Till we meet again, goodbye.